Hi, if you're new to DEXs, there's a video before this, have a look at it and then come on to this. If you are fine, we are going to look at the Radix liquidity pool and incentive scheme. Before we do that, we're going to have a quick look at what is called impermanent loss, which is why you need incentive schemes in the first place. Alright, so we have a setup here. We've got us, Bill and Charlie in a pool, $25,000 in the pool, 50,000 tokens, and let's suppose we've got two people. We've got Bill Provider, so this is Bill, he's in for $10,000, 20,000 tokens, and we've got Carla the Hodler, who is in for exactly the same $10,000 and 20,000 tokens, except Carla is not in the pool. She is a hodler. Currently, their values are exactly the same. Now, let's suppose someone comes along, Joe comes along, and decides he's going to swap $1,000 of his hard-earned cash into the pool for our token. So things have changed. There's now $26,000 in the pool, number of tokens is reduced, the price has changed, etc. Things you'd expect to happen, and Bill has made $1.20 from that trade as a fee. Now if we look down here at the total values, Bill has got 19,230.76,923 tokens, he's got $10,401.20, and the value, taking into account the new price and his $1.20, his holdings are now worth $20,801.20. But if we look at Carla, who has done nothing except hodl, because of the new price of the tokens, Carla's value is now $20,816, so $15 roughly more than Bill. Okay, let's suppose there's some more trades, and let's make them all USDC coming into the pool. So let's do a trade for $1,250. Again, both the holdings increase, but Carla's increases by more than Bill's. Let's do $2,500. Both increase, Carla's more, and this will continue. The more dollars that are coming in, the holdings are both increasing, but Carla, only for hodling, is increasing more than Bill, who's providing liquidity. Now let's have a look at this going the other direction with only tokens coming into the pool. Alright, so let's have a look at the other way. They both start off exactly the same, and let's suppose this time somebody puts an extra 1,000 tokens into the pool. Again, things change, the prices change, etc. There's a fee, Bill gets his part of the fee, and if we now look at the holdings here, the value of the tokens dropped to 48 cents. Here's the respective values. So Bill's holding is now worth 19,608.42, and Carla, just for hodling, is now worth 19,611.69. So Carla's holding has dropped less than Bill's. Let's do a few trades in this direction. So I've got 4 trades here, and again, Bill's value is dropping more than Carla's value. So if it's only dollars coming in, the values are increasing, but Carla's is increasing more than Bill's. And if it's only tokens coming in, the values are dropping, but Bill is dropping more than Carla. In reality, trades tend to not just be in one direction. So let's put in a US dollar one here, 2,500. And if we look down here, Bill's holding is now worth $20,354, and Carla's is $20,351. So Bill now is doing better than Carla. Let's do another trade. And now it's reversed again. Now Carla is doing better than Bill. This is a more realistic setting. Carla is still doing better than Bill. And still. And now Bill's doing better. So things change. It's crypto. You're speculating. Things will go up, things will go down. Sometimes it's better to hodl, sometimes it's better to provide liquidity. But initially, when a new token is created, the creators want people to add to the liquidity pool. So to offset any threat of impermanent loss, the creators normally provide an additional incentive to the 0.3% that Uniswap provide. Let's have a look at the Radix Incentive. Navigate to radixdlt.com. And current price is at 11.5 cents. Liquidity incentives, and let's have a look at the program. So Radix are putting in 200 million Radix as incentives if you enter the liquidity pool. On day one, the 200 million is worth 7.8 million. that was at 3.9 cents, but we're already at 11.5 cents, so roughly 3 times more. So that is about $23.5 million in incentives. They're splitting it up. It starts on the 17th. It's on Uniswap. We know all that. They're splitting it up into 30-day chunks. The first 30 days, there's going to be 75 million tokens, then 50 million for the next 30, and then 25 million for the next 30, 25, 15, and 10. So all the information is there. You can study that at your leisure. And then they have this thing called a bonus multiplier. And the multiplier is basically the longer you leave your funds in the pool, the bigger the multiplier will be. So on day 1 the multiplier is 1, and by the 90th day the multiplier is 6 times. So you're getting 6 times more reward. And then they give an example. So let's take this example, let's take a spreadsheet and have a look at this. Okay, my disclaimer, my spreadsheet is not based 100% on the maths behind the Radix program. It is a simplified version to show you the concept of how the incentive scheme works. Do not take the figures as being 100% accurate. Do your research, and if you want to do the research, there is a site here, Jazzer's Ultimate Guide to Radix Liquidity Rewards, where Jazzer gets into the maths behind the scheme, and it gets complicated fairly quickly. But if maths is your thing, I'll put the link below. Meanwhile, my spreadsheet will give you the concept of what is happening. So here, Radix talks about a token holder continually providing 1% of the staked LP tokens from the start of the program would receive the following rewards at a minimum, but could receive more if others leave the program before reaching the maximum bonus multiplier. Then it gives you 5, 15, 30, 60, 90 days. So the staking incentive program is designed to run for any 90 days out of the first 180. And at 1%, if nothing changed, these are the amounts that you would get based on the Radix program. So on day 5, you could expect 21,155 tokens, which I have here. On day 15, 71,181. I've got 71,182 on my model. Day 30, 194,444, which is... Day 30 is here, 194,444. So I've got these figures, I've approximated it, but in a simplified version. So if nothing changes, that's what you would get. But it's crypto, things do change. So let's look at a couple of examples of things changing. So here's my pool showing that we have 1% of the pool, and this is showing the multiplier going up on a daily basis. And on day 90 the multiplier is 6. Now things change. Suppose on day 2 the size of the pool doubles. The size of the pool has gone from 100,000 pool tokens to 200,000 pool tokens. We're still at 1,000, so our percentage is now 0.5%. The multiplier has increased, but our rewards have decreased because we've only got 0.5% now. And let's suppose that happens again. And again, we're still at 1,000. Our percentage has dropped to 0.33%. The multiplier has gone up, but our rewards have decreased. Now suppose people pull out of the pool. For whatever reason, people do what people do. The pool size has dropped to 50,000. We still have 1,000 tokens, so our percentage has risen to 2%. The multiplier has risen, and our gains have risen to 8,519. It's forever changing. It's crypto. People do what people do. So the percentage varies, and our calculations are based on the current percentage that we hold. Alright, now let's look at the opposite. Suppose we decide we're going to add some funds to the liquidity pool. So we're going to double our stake in the pool. So we've got 1,000 and we're going to add another 1,000. This is in pool tokens. So we add 1,000, we've now got 2,000. We've now got 4% of the pool. The multiplier is 1.015431. So now our gains have increased as well. However, there is a flaw in what I have just said. This 1,000 that we have just added is not at day 5 in the pool. This is at day 1 in the pool. So this would have to be averaged, and then the multiplier based on the average. A simpler way, better, easier to manage way of doing this is to add the new funds from a new wallet. So these new funds have been added. Day one for the new funds is 75 million incentive amount, 50,000 total pool tokens. So now I own 2% and I would get this gain. And my original stake from a different wallet is currently on day 5, still owns 2%, and the calculations are based on these figures. These calculations are based on these figures. And when it comes to withdrawing funds, taking money out from your funds, it's easier if you have them in separate wallets. Alright, so now let's look at an actual real live liquidity pool on Radix. Okay, let's navigate to info uniswap.org token and the correct Radix token. And we get all the current data, and we are going to add some liquidity. Uniswap provides this, Radix to Ethereum. We're going to go Radix to USDC. And let's assume we've got 5,000 USDC that we're going to put into the pool. That gives us 0.06% of the pool, and we'd also have to put in 45,000 and 22.7 Radix. Connect to the wallet, go through the steps and do that. When we've done that, we now get access to several things. We get access to statistics. Here is somebody's liquidity pool statistics. Now I know this person back at the end of November put in round about $7,000 total, so about 3,500 USDC and $3,500 worth of Radix. And they have so far current rewards 29,205, projected rewards for the next 30 days if nothing changes 28,677, annualized percentage again if nothing changes. Their current multiplier is 2.29. These are all the rewards for the total pool, and these are the remaining rewards, and then we can deposit and withdraw. So you get access to this that tells you your statistics. This person has got 0.01216 LP tokens, which is 0.05333% of the pool. And this updates live. Then we have another tool for statistics. We have Radbot. And Radbot is Jazzers, which goes along with all these maths. And again, you can go through that and see what Jazzers is saying. If we'd hodled our Radix, it would have gone up by 24%, giving us $1,628.3. If we'd hodled the Radix that we have, plus changed the amount of dollars we put in, it would be twice that, which is this figure. And here, by having it in the pool, this is our figure so far, 4,768.22 USDC. And then the owner of this wallet staked twice. One stake is 46 days old, the other one is 43.63 days old, and these are the rewards, etc. So here, stake 0, stake 1, both in the same wallet, which is exactly what we said not to do, but hey, you learn by experience. Now if Joe was staking, he would put in one wallet and this would be a separate wallet. And then finally we have APY Vision, which again gives you access to the statistics. But this here, APY Vision, doesn't take into account any of the incentives. It doesn't know about the incentives, it only looks at raw basic data. So in the raw basic data, this person is $100 down on the liquidity pool stake, but by the time you take into account their incentives, they are well up in profit to the tune of current rewards. They've got 29,000. If you times that by 11 cents, you can then change it to dollars. So there you have it, what the liquidity pool is, incentive schemes, how you can use it, how you can access it, and finishing off by looking at somebody who's been in the pool since the 26th of November and all their statistics, and they are currently in profit compared to if they had just held. Make your informed decisions. I hope this was useful. See you later. Bye now.